The story this morning of an Ottawa woman who is telling Canadians about what it feels like to struggle for months with COVID-19. She's called a long hauler, meaning she suffered from COVID-19 symptoms for nearly 6 months. She's urging Canadians to stay vigilant as the pandemic continues. Hilary Johnstone has that story today.
Brianne Quarrell is only 40 years old. She first tested positive for COVID-19 on March 30th when her husband dropped her off at the emergency room after she started to experience shortness of breath. She didn't test negative for COVID-19 until June 17th. That's 79 days later. She was in the hospital for nearly a month, including 2 weeks on a ventilator. And even though she's now negative for COVID, her symptoms are still lingering. I recently sat down with both Brianne and her husband, Paul, and they shared their experience of what it's been like.
I feel not great. I must say, even though it's been months since I've tested negative and since I've been hospitalized, things are still lingering. I mean, you can hear it in my voice. I'm still very hoarse. I'm still quite puffy. I'm losing my hair like you wouldn't believe. Fistfuls. Like, it's bad. I have no sense of taste or smell, and I haven't in months. So that's kind of, it's just blah, you know? Like, there's no joy. I can't taste, so food, I don't care. I don't want to go outside because I don't like how I feel or look.
And the hair loss and the fatigue and all of this, they believe that this is COVID related. Yeah. All these lingering symptoms.
I'm in a group on Facebook. It's the Long Haulers Canadian group, and tons of people are experiencing the same things as me.
We've been hearing these stories from across the country of so-called COVID-19 long haulers, or people whose symptoms seem to linger. Now, it's important to note that Brianne has 2 autoimmune conditions, which she was also on medication for before she got COVID-19. Her doctor believes that's likely why she got so sick. Her husband, Paul, says he gets really angry when people write off their story just because Brianne has pre-existing health conditions.
Because I see online people will be saying, well, you know, first of all, it's like, it's against my rights. I shouldn't have to wear a mask or whatever. I'm young, I'm healthy, it won't affect me. It's just people that have these extenuating illnesses that really get sick from it. But I get angry because why is it okay? My wife has these issues. Why is it okay for you to sacrifice her?
What do you wish you had known back then that you now know? And whatever that is, what would be your message for other people?
Don't be complacent. Like, don't think it's over. That's my biggest thing, is that people are just getting super complacent. I've gone to stores, people are wearing their mask under their nose. What's that gonna do? Yeah. Stay vigilant. I mean, it's not gone. There's no vaccine. There's no sign it's slowing down. I mean, we're all preparing for the second wave. Well, I think it's here. It hasn't really gone away.
The Quarrells say they want their old lives back just as bad as everyone else does, but they also say that the reality of COVID-19 shouldn't be ignored. Hilary Johnstone, CBC News, Ottawa.